Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you back inside the Tucson Convention Center here in Tucson, Arizona. Our halftime score, the Sugar Skulls of Tucson 42 and your Northern Arizona Wranglers 33. James Spoovy coming to you live here alongside my color analyst, Mr. Ed Cole. Ed, it was a challenging first half for the Wranglers. A couple of bright spots, but it was a struggle on the whole.
And we knew it would be, James. Again, this team averages 50 points a game coming in offensively, and we knew the Sugar Skulls had pride. Of course, you know,
Yes.
This is their second home game. They lost their first home game, so they're looking to get some victories. And they came out really strong, and their offense played really well. DeQuan Neal, 3 touchdown passes, a rushing touchdown of his own. Mike Jones has a touchdown run, and Maurice Jackson had the pick 6. He picked off Caleb Barker and took that back for 6. So it is really tough, but there's no shortage of offense for the Wranglers. Of course, they've scored 33 points, but still, they've given up 42. That's the problem.
Yes, the problem is the 42 points given up by the defense, but it was great to see the Wranglers get a touchdown there just before the end of the half on the connection from Caleb Barker to Glenn Gibbons Jr. He was able to get into the end zone there and narrow this thing to within 9.
Yes, Barker got the ball to Randolph. Randolph accounted for 3 touchdowns, 2 receiving, 1 rushing. Boom, Williams had a touchdown catch. You talked about the touchdown to Gibbons Jr. right before the half. But so that is kind of a momentum builder. They can take that into the halftime as they do their halftime adjustments right now. But, of course, it's on the defense to find a way to stop the Sugar Skulls offense because they are so prolific. You've seen it over the first 30 minutes of football. This is a hard offense to stop.
It is indeed, but make no mistake, this team will go into the locker room, make the necessary halftime adjustments. We talked about it a little bit during the first half.
Right.
We've been typically a second half ball club this season, and I look for these guys to do the same thing tonight here. Come out second half fired up, make the proper adjustments, and come out with their hair on fire. Again,
it is going to have to be on the defensive line to get pressure on DeQuan Neal because he's doing whatever he wants to back there. His offensive line has played extremely well. Isom Fashawn, who else? Jamarcus Means, Cordell Brewster, and others. His offensive line has kept him upright and allowed him to throw those 3 touchdown passes and run for that touchdown run. So his offensive line has kept him really well. And Neal, of course, with his athletic ability and his God-given talents, he just shines. He's played well so far this season. He's played well tonight.
Neal definitely the stud here for the Tucson Sugar Skulls. Up front for the Wranglers, the defensive line, as you mentioned, has to play better. They got to get some pressure on that quarterback, and our offensive line has to eliminate that run-through that they're getting from that Sugar Skulls defensive line, and they'll do that here in the second half.
Yeah, and James, we talked about the wide receivers for this football team. We talked about Arthur Jackson, one of the top wide receivers in the league. Quentin Pedroza has a touchdown catch. Carrington Thompson. So all of his wide receivers have touchdown catches. So it, again, is on the defensive backs to find a way to stop this offense because Neal just has all of his guys in complete rhythm. And when those guys are in rhythm, they're like a when they go downhill, it's like a snowball effect. They just continue to grow momentum and confidence. So the Wranglers have to find a way to cut that confidence.
And you got to give credit to the Sugar Skulls because they came out here tonight ready to play football in front of their home crowd, and they did not want to get embarrassed here tonight by these Northern Arizona Wranglers. So, honestly, a pretty good game here at the halftime mark. We look for the Wranglers to go in, make those halftime adjustments, and come out here and play a little bit harder in that second half.
Yeah, it should be a great 30 minutes of football in the second half. Let's just see what happens and let the chips fall where they may.
That's exactly right. Thanks for joining us here on the halftime show on the Northern Arizona Wranglers YouTube channel. We got about 8 to 9 minutes left here in the halftime segment. We'll be back. Tune over into the Indoor Football League YouTube channel for the second half of tonight's ball game, and then come right on back here to the Northern Arizona Wranglers YouTube channel for the post-game show when we wrap it up here tonight from the Tucson Convention Center. So long for now. Enjoy the second half, and let's go Wranglers. Let's retaliate. Let's get back at these guys, and let's get back in this ball game for half number 2.
Absolutely.
Have a good second half, everybody. We'll see you at post-game.